Hi everyone, welcome to the ultimate shoujo girl guide. In this video, I'll teach you everything I know about shoujo girl aesthetic, how to achieve it easily and on a budget. If you have been trying to achieve this aesthetic but something's missing and you're not totally giving shoujo girl vibes, these might be the reasons. First, you might think that you're too broke to afford the good pieces to achieve this aesthetic, or you might not be able to identify them in your wardrobe and you already have them but you don't know how to pair them. Maybe it's also because you have been doing the same makeup routine since you were 16. Or you might think that hairstyle is not that important in a look. And finally, you might not truly understand the aesthetic and what it means to be a shoujo girl, and you might not be embodying the right mindset for this. But fear not, today I'm going to share with you the ultimate shoujo girl guide. I'm going to teach you how to dress, where to get the pieces at an affordable price because you don't have to be rich to just embody an aesthetic. I'm going to teach you a new way to do your makeup and that will suit everyone. You're gonna be glowing, you're gonna be blushing. It's going to give shoujo girl cutie pie, I just ate so many strawberries that my blood is sweet kind of vibe. And finally, I'll tell you how you can embody the shoujo girl aesthetic and mindset and really start acting and feeling like one. Okay, so here I'm going to start by showing you the main pieces that you might already have in your wardrobe. These are the pieces that are going to help you build a shoujo girl outfit easily without much hustle. So as you can see, it's going to be a lot of baby doll tops, very cute flowery tops with lace and ribbons. For the bottom, you can make anything work, but obviously having a long flowy skirt is always iconic and it really completes the look. Also, some dresses are great. You can have like cutesy ones with lace and ribbons or just flower printed ones. And then for the shoes, you cannot go wrong with loafers and Mary Janes. You can literally make any outfit work with these, and also a pair of sneakers if you're going for the more comfortable outfits. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some examples of how I match these pieces to give shoujo girl aesthetic. So the first one is very simple. It's basically pairing a baby doll top with a pair of jeans, and then it's about accessorizing. So obviously we have to have the shoujo girl boulder bag and some glasses, and really it works with pretty much anything. You just pair the top and the bottom and then accessorize in a cutesy way, and there you have it. Then if you're feeling a little bit more comfortable, you can throw a flowy long skirt with it, and again accessorizing. I'm going for a very soft shoujo girl here, and you can just basically change the top, and if you want to change the vibe, change the accessories. I added a cap and sunglasses to give this beachy vibe, you know. Here's an example of how powerful accessorizing is. You can see how I turned this very basic outfit into a shoujo girl coded one just by adding some accessories. And finally, I want to highlight that there's not only one shoujo girl aesthetic. We all know the very girly soft one, but there are many of them. You can go for preppy, for goth, alt, you can go for vintage. It's really up to you and your likings, but again, it's about building an outfit that has little details that tells people it's shoujo girl coded but also has your touch to it. Now for the makeup, I'm going to give you the perfect recipe. It works every time and it's super easy to do. You don't have to have a bunch of products. First, you're going to start with your base. I'm just doing concealer, but if you do foundation, do so. But I'm trying to keep it very light, simple and quick to do because you want to be able to do this pretty much on the go. For the blush, it can be any color as long as it suits your complexion and looks natural. The most important part here is to not be scared to place it very high up your cheeks. Then when it's time to set with the powder, don't use it everywhere, just use it to set the concealer. You don't have to use an eyeshadow, but if you have darker eyelids like I do, using a lighter eyeshadow, a beige one, is perfect. This is also optional, but I like to contour my nose a little bit. Now place your highlight on the tip of your nose, on your cheekbones, then draw your aiguille cell. So I'm using a little bit of pink glitters under my eyes. Then you're going to use a brown eyeliner or a brown eyeshadow and draw a small winged eyeliner. The tip here is to stay quite straight, don't do a very cat eye kind of shape. Then this is also optional, I don't do it every time, but here I wanted it to look a little bit more dramatic, so I'm using a black eyeliner. Now this part is super important. You're going to use a little bit of pink eyeshadow and place it under your eyes, connecting your eyeliner to the 𝒔𝓐𝓈. It really makes a difference. Then you can fix your blush and add a little bit more if you see that it's lacking. For the lips, I'm going to try to make them appear a little bit more plump, so I'm doing a brown eyeshadow like all over my lips. Finally, you're going to add a pink color to your lips and top it off with a gloss to make your lips look juicier and plumper. I like to add fake freckles, but this is up to you. I just think that it looks even cuter. For the hair, you have a bunch of hair tutorials on Instagram and Pinterest, but today I had very greasy hair. It was my washing hair day, so I went for the side bang and topped it with my headscarf. And voila, this is the final look. I am convinced that this will work on anyone that tries it. It's the perfect recipe to achieve the Shoujo Girl Aesthetic makeup. Now let's talk about the mindset of a shoujo girl. Now I feel like there's a huge stereotype about the fact that shoujo girl is all about romance and chasing a boy and like boy drama, but it's so far from the truth. Like the anime I watched with shoujo girl themes are mostly around self-development and friendship and how she can become the best version of herself and how she can build herself from, you know, experiences and build friendship and just evolve into, you know, a better person. This is the theme that I see the most, so we have to kind of like deconstruct this theme of romance around shoujo girl. Even though it's like a main theme still, it's not all about that, and especially now I feel like it's not the good example you want to, you know, give to the younger generation. You don't want to, you know, encourage the fact that everything about you and your life is centered about some type of romance, you know. So one way you can start embodying that shoujo girl mindset is by romanticizing the little things in your life. We already talk about this a lot on the podcast, but just finding ways to make little moments more special, even if it's just making your coffee or matcha, just reading your book or going for a walk. There's always a way to make it a little bit more special and really embrace the present and be mindful of what you're doing. Don't scroll on your phone while you're with a friend. It's just not the vibe. It's just giving I'm here but I'm not here, and it's just not the shoujo girl vibe. So yeah, find ways to create little rituals around the little things that you do, the skincare at night, the walk, the workout, the cooking, whatever it is. Also, if you want more inspo and you really are interested in this type of things, we talk about this a lot in the podcast. So if you want to listen to my podcast, I'll have the link in the description, and yeah, we're having such a great time there. So if you want to join us, you are more than welcome to. The next thing I want you to do is really focus on building genuine connection. Don't go ahead and start befriending everyone and anyone just to be popular and just have a lot of friends. This is not the vibe. Don't go for the popular kids or like the popular person at work. Like, don't do that. We really want to build genuine friendship that you can take and nourish even after work or after school, a real friendship that will actually last for years. And you do this by just finding the people that feel right. Like whenever you feel comfortable with someone and you share some interests together and it seems like it's clicking, these are your people, and they just like, you just need to find people who get you, like where you don't need to over explain yourself or feel like you're weird or like you are put on the side, you know. These are not the real connections we want to feed. So really focus on trying to build a small community. It doesn't have to be a lot of friends. For example, I am really happy with the few friends I have. I don't have a ton of friends, but my close friends, they're like the best, and I know that I can do like so much for them as they could do so much for me, and it's just the best genuine connection ever. Another thing to focus on is yourself, of course. You need to focus on yourself, building your career, your schedule, being a better version of yourself basically. focus on yourself to make yourself the best version you could ever be. And of course it doesn't happen overnight, it takes work, it takes years, and I highly recommend you start focusing on yourself. Read some books, listen to podcasts, go ahead and learn a new subject, a new language. Also refine your appearance, try to find your personal style, something that you feel comfortable in. I could definitely make a video about personal style if you guys are interested in that, but try to find your style. It doesn't have to fit a box. I'm talking shoujo girl here, but you don't have to be the stereotype of the shoujo girl. There are so many categories in shoujo girl that we don't really talk about. The one that is popping off right now is the very elegant girly one, but you can have so many more shoujo girl aesthetics going on. So don't put yourself in a box. Try to find a style that looks good on you, that you feel comfortable in, and that really allows you to express yourself. Also remember to have fun. Make sure that you are embodying that, you know, youthful, happy, joyful self of yours. Just make sure that you are taking care of your social life as well, and not only working on I don't know, like education or your career or whatever it is. Don't get stuck in trying to get better but not ever taking the time to rest or celebrate things. So plan some things with your friends or plan solo dates. Do fun things, fun activities, especially around the season. This is all about slice of life shoujo girl animes. You always have activities around a season, and it's also very heavily obviously influenced by Japanese cultures. So you have a lot of activities that are around the culture there, but also that are themed with the season. And for example, lately I have been doing the Shoujo Girl Diaries, where I vlog my life, trying to live like a shoujo girl basically, and I've been doing all these type of activities and it has been so much fun. I highly recommend you guys do that. So for example, for summer you could do a river day trip, you could do shopping mall and try to find a cute bikini, even though we're like almost like midsummer already. I'm not gonna complain about that. Try to also plan a beach day, go watch the fireworks. We went yesterday, it was so much fun. Try to go for a hike or a picnic, organize some crafting afternoon, you know, invite a friend or do it on your own and craft something while having a nice drink and some snacks. Have a movie marathon or maybe like an anime marathon, just sit there. I have like a short where I filmed basically my rotting day and I got into pajama. I made myself a little plate with snacks, like I had noodles, ramen, and some other cookies and treats, and I would just binge watch anime and it was the best. So you can go for a coffee with a friend or your sibling or your partner, whatever. But yeah, try to focus on doing these type of activities, get inspired by the anime. And also if you want more inspo, I'm also doing like anime summer, so definitely follow me for more like ideas and inspirations. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Now let's move on to the hobbies. And yes, I know you think you might not have the time to indulge in hobbies, but we all need hobbies. It's so important to have something else to do that doesn't have anything to do with work or school, where you can just let the steam off and just relax and be creative, just for the sake of being creative, you know. Here are some hobbies you can pick, and they're kind of shoujo girl coded, obviously not only shoujo girl coded. And no, it doesn't have to be a girly girl hobby. I like creating content around fashion, so this is one of my hobbies. Now unfortunately, or fortunately, it has become also my work, so I had to find other hobbies. I like yoga, so find yourself something like a sport or something to practice. You could do some crafting like pottery or DIYs. You could do gardening. You could also make your own jewelry with beads. You can crochet. It could also be photography or filming. It could also be music. Maybe you want to start learning a new instrument. Also find a club to join. It's never too late, so if you're not at school anymore, it's fine. And if your school doesn't have clubs, you can still find external ones. I used to do handball and horseback riding. You can sign up for a yoga class or some other like pottery class. It's up to you and your interests, but try to find a way to join a club, because that would literally enhance your experience as a shoujo girl, just, you know, building friendship. Even it could help you meet new people. Anyways, I'm going to finish today's video in this very weird angle, but somehow feels really relaxing. I hope you enjoyed this guide and that it really helped you to understand the shoujo girl aesthetic more. I hope that it helped you to also build confidence in living your life as the main character, because you are the main character of your life, obviously. Yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week. Please take care. Bye.